Hello, this is Rob at Reason101.net once again for another Kong tutorial. This comes from a request on the Propellerhead user forum where somebody asked me to provide them with a patch, the patch that I created in my last video. So to that I'm going to answer with, instead of providing you with the fish, I will teach you how to fish. So this will show you how to create this Kong patch. It's similar to the other Kong patch that I did, not exact because we're going to be going on the fly, but it should get you in the right direction. Let us also keep in mind that that I am going to provide you with this patch that I'm creating here, and you will be able to download it. So let's get started. I'm going to use this patch as reference because I'm going to maybe need to go back and forth just to check on it, make sure I'm on the right track. So first off, let's create a combinator, and inside the combinator, let's create two line mixers, like so. Then let's create a spider audio merger and splitter. Let's just start doing some routings here. Let's put the master output from the spider. Let's remove these channels. Let's have the master outs going into both of the spider audios, and that's the routing for that. Now let's create a Kong and let us start to produce some drums. I'm going to actually use the Nurse Rex loop player because it's pretty easy to do something like this. I have a Rex loop already set up, and if you want to listen to it, it's got a lot of different beats going, panning right to left, and can be used as the basis of most of our drums here. So first thing we're going to do is we are going to start off by creating a bass drum. To do that, I'll just use these two slices in here, and that's a fairly good bass drum. But as you'll notice, if we add a couple of effects, you'll get a little bit more of a pronounced sound, and it might basically all the effects that are inside Kong, what I've found is that they're uniquely, how do I say this? They are built specifically for drums, and that's why they're here. So you can get a lot out of them and use them to apply to your drums. So let's start with a noise. Okay, you'll see that the noise effects actually does give you quite a nice little attack. So let's keep the attack there. Let us also actually increase the click. We don't really need the sweep too much. Boost the resonance, and that's kind of what you get. Let's remove the sweep a little. Okay, maybe reduce the pitch a little bit more. Okay, that can give you a pretty decent sound. You might want to play around with the click. Might not need that. There we go. Okay, so that's pretty good. Now let's also add a compressor here. Let us increase the amount, reduce the attack, reduce the release, increase the makeup gain. Now you got yourself a nice bass drum. Okay, so once that's done, what I would do is copy the drum patch, go to the next one, paste it, go to the next. Actually, before we do that, let's remove the effects. Let's go to the third one, let's paste it, go to the fourth one, paste it. Do this for about 8 of your drums. Okay, so the first 8 drums are all going to have the same Rex loop, but we're going to change it around a little bit. So now I want to create a tom drum. So to do that, first let me just find a pretty good sound here. Not really sure what I used for the toms. Actually, I think I did a tom roll with this section of, yeah, okay. So that's the section that I used. Now to do a tom, what I find is using the overdrive is actually pretty good. Set on B, increase the resonance, increase the size, increase the drive just a little bit. There's a pretty good tom for you. So right then and there, you've already got a decent tom. So now you got your bass drum, you got your tom. Let's fill that in. Drum, tom. Okay, so that's one section done. Now we'll go over here, maybe create a different tom. Create one that has a little bit more just single byte. How are you going to get a tom out of that? Well, first you're going to bypass this. And then you're going to use the overdrive resonator again. Only this time let's use C. Let's again increase your size and your resonance and your drive a little bit. There we go, got another tom. So I will continue this in the next tutorial, but for now, that's how you create your bass drum and 2 toms. And I will keep going, so stay tuned. There will be a part 2 coming up. Thank you very much.